Shout out to everybody here on the live. Hope you're feeling good. Let's keep it moving. Let's get it going, baby. Today is the best day of the rest of our lives, baby. Shout out to each and every one of you. We gotta stay positive. We gotta be mentally tough. No matter what. That is the key to success. Bam. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let's raise the energy all the way up. This could be the last day of our lives today. You never know. Could be the last time I ever get to speak to you. I love each and every one of you. I'm connecting with each and every one of you. I'm giving. I hope you're giving back. I hope you're spreading love. I'm loving. You're loving. Love is the strongest frequency we could use to conquer the globe and to just push our desires and our love around. Shout out to everybody here. Thank you for being here. May God bless each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifers Show, baby. Let's go. Today is the weekly screen share where we hang out as a family. Thank you so much for the wedge summer price.
Today's the August Fair.
And the August Fair with Summer. We're going to have fun at the August Fair with my daughter, having a blast, taking kids to the county fair, man. Everyone has that county fair, or some people have it, but, you know. But it travels all around, right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for getting that energy up and for rocking with me on this beautiful day. Let's break it down. Let's talk about bitty Bitcoin. If you were watching me for the last 2 to 3 days, you've known I've been bearish. Why? Well, I started with this falling wedge, and I can explain my entire scenario, right? And I kept saying, hey, there's a bullish divergence here on the 4-hour time frame. That was, you know, if we don't break this low, we're good. And we're going to break out to the upside 68% chance. All was well, right? Yes, right? And I was bullish. But then what happened? We boomed up. We came back down, and we made what looked like kind of a head and shoulder pattern. And then I said if we can't get back above 29,500 to remain bearish, period, right? Then I saw this as a descending triangle out of the corner of my eye. To me, it had descending vibes. Was a bit of a double bottom, but it had descending vibes, like it could fall out the back. It fell out the back. We hit that trade, if you remember correctly. Then we came down, and we're like, well, there's a bit of a divergence here. But again, I said if we can't get back above 29,250 to remain short. And we lost 29,250, and boom, we remained short. If you remember, on the 15-minute last night in my trading group, I gave you guys a play, and I believe it was right here, and it was this bear flag. And I said I would short this bear flag to the downside, right? This was the update from last night when when we eventually wicked right to my target, which I couldn't believe. We came back up and then continued to the downside with a nasty dumpage. Last night we were right around here, and I made another update at about 11. And I said, watch this to come and interact with the 21-day moving average. Draw your flag. I said, if you can't get back above like this resistance right here, I drew this line because you can see our previous bounce area at 28,700. Expect more downside, right? That measured move will take us down to 27,992, all right? We also looked at BOOKMAP, and BOOKMAP gave us liquidity to the downside. So if you're in my trading group, you're getting updates in the morning. You're getting updates at 11 at night before I go to bed. You're getting updates at 7 to 8 in the morning when I wake up. This morning I woke up. Boom. I said we're likely going to continue to the downside. And boom, here we are with the 1 hour. And if I just hit this, we can watch it play out in action. And this would dump to the downside, right? So I called out the descending triangle. Boom, we nailed it. I called out the flag, continued to the downside. And I called out this flag, which continued to the downside. I also said numerous times yesterday and probably the day before and the day before that, if you can't close a daily candle or a 4-hour candle above 29,005, expect more downside. Then yesterday I said if you can't close a candle above 29,250, expect more downside. This stuff is simple to me. It was simple support and resistance. We also lost, point of controls, and we fell down on the VRVP. It's just like a ball that rolls down a hill. When you lose this level, you're going to roll down the hill to the volume area lows. And that's where we're going. So shout out to anyone that listened to me every single day. And again, that's why I update Bitcoin every 5 to 7 hours, because once I see a key level we can't break back above it, And again, moving averages are tight. You say, well, always going up. But once the trend changes, right now we're in a micro downtrend on the 4-hour time frame. Let's break it down. Then I even talked about remember I drew this pattern, and I said if we break in this pattern, we're breaking down to the bottom of it. All right, it's going to give you 28,250 area. So this stuff was obvious to me. And then if we took away the middle period and we, because I was open-minded, and we just said we were in this, it says you're going to head down to the bottom of the pattern if you can't break out of it. And you clearly couldn't break out of it, got rejected, boom, to the downside. All right. So I believe this was pretty obvious to me that we were going to the downside. I've never seen it actually as obvious in my life. I mean, it's always, many times I've been playing Bitcoin and, you know, so if you just play support or resistance and nothing else, and some shapes, like if I took all these oscillators away, right? You didn't even use the VRVP. All you had to know was, number one, that was a descending triangle, and they break to the downside like 90% of the time. They're nasty patterns. They most of the time, they're going to drop you like a bad habit. Like, they are going to drop, just drop. And that's exactly what we saw there. So, I stick to patterns. Pattern trading really, I believe, will teach you what's going to happen the best, right? You can throw fibs in there. You'll probably see you got rejected by a fib. You know, if you flip this upside down and you took this as, let's see, and you drew this fib here, look. Not the best, I guess. Came down to like a 0.5 or 0.618 before the retracement. But now we can even draw something here and say like, well, interesting. I'm upside down. I'm just looking at something. Anyway, the point of the story is all you need to know is, look, there was previous resistance. When you got to it, you short the resistance. Like if that's all you knew, and look, previous support becomes resistance. That was a bounce. We fell through, so that should be a resistance. Same thing here. And look, resistance here. You know, we bounced there. That was a bounce, so that should be resistance there. Support or resistance in bear flags, a descending triangle and 2 bear flags was the simple way to trade this to the downside. It was, I don't know. Anyway, prayers for my mom, man. My mom's still, she could be injured by, you know, we don't know what, but I'm not going to say it, but something's possibly going on with my mom now. She's getting ear tremors in the back of her ear. Something weird going on. So I need prayers for my mother. If you have them out there for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for the love. And I'm going to find the best doctors I can in the world if I have to. Whatever I got to do for my mom, I'm going to do it. So God bless you all. I hope you're here having a wonderful time. My mom works out. My mom has a positive attitude. My mom drinks water. My mom takes care of herself. My mom paints. My mom stays mentally healthy. She does so much for herself. So it's just, you know, it's just a shame she has to deal with what she's dealing with right now, right? +1 to Sammy's mom. Shout out to Master Friend. I love you, brother. That meant the world to me that you said that I saw you, man. I love, you know, when people that you know love you show up, man, it just, I don't know, it does something for me. Shout out to The Gamble. Shout out to Seize the Day. Shout out to Marcelo. Shout out to Crypto Bellico. Shout out to Jao Perez, man. Shout out to everybody here. Praying for your mom. Hope she gets better soon. I'm in shorts, baby. Exactly. You got to be in them shorts. And there's no reason to leave the short. And you know what I mean? Now you got to get above 28,700 to remain bullish. Like, this is going to continue to the downside, in my humble opinion. So, and BOOKMAP showing us liquidity to the downside as well. And that's why BOOKMAP has been key. BOOKMAP had liquidity to the downside yesterday. It showed you 28.5 was the orders before it happened, and we went there. So, BOOKMAP also suggesting lower lows, 28,000, you know. And so I see, you know, Bitcoin headed lower. So, everybody wants it to go one way. Price action goes up and down, baby. You got to learn how to play it both ways. You got to short and long. If you can't make money each way, or if you can't take advantage at least of the red days and learn how to buy, you got to have, the red candles have to work into your trading strategy. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say Andy should be taking as financial advice. But as a trader, red candles have to work into my trading strategy. It's got to be about the red, baby. You know what I mean? If you're not using red candles regularly to build positions, to ladder in, you're going to have a hard time in trading, in my humble opinion. So, again, do whatever makes you happy. I can never tell you what to do with your life. All I can do is just express expressions of my life to you, and whatever you get from that, you can take it. Join the Discord today. You would have been privy to the shorts. You would have learned, if you didn't know how to short, maybe you just traded before. You would have learned how to short for one of the first times in your life, right? And then you'd be on ready to go. So, and you would have learned how to take advantage of the market too, regardless, right? I teach you about short assets, 3S tokens. I teach you how to short with MEXC. So, and I'll be doing a MEXC tutorial soon just to show you exactly how to trade MEXC the perfect way. How are people who don't use red candles in their favor not bored out of their minds throughout this bear market? Funny. I can't go all in on one position at once. I got to ladder in and out. Amen. XRP and Bitcoin will be trading places soon. Wow. Had a dream last night with Sammy. You were making cookies with Dogecoin and a lot of sprinkles. And you got so hyped for Dogecoin. That's amazing. God bless you, man. I'm so happy I was in your dream, man. I did have sprinkles on an ice cream cone last night, so, hey, pretty weird. Kudos, and I never have sprinkles. Kudos, still holding gains of 60%. You're awesome, lifer. God bless FUD Expert. God bless you. Thank you for saying that. And we'll take a look at Kudos. 40x cash short liquidation from unbearish divergence. What did he say? 40x short liquidation. 0555 from your bearish divergence call. Bang. Wow. 40x short, man. Unreal. I like your suits, by the way. Thank you, man. Shout out to my man, Kandazar. Hello from a pass by Asteroid. So funny, man. Great day to buy Bitcoin. I know. Best channel for TA and mental training. Shout out to Jay Bella. It's my B-Day. I'll be out tonight, sir. Shout out to GF Burke, man. Enjoy your birthday, man. Have a blast, bro. I hope your kids say, hey, Dad, we love you. Happy birthday, GF Burke, man. And thank you for all you've done, man. Some people coming from Getter already. You're doing your thing. I appreciate that. I see you, brother. I see you, man. I see you. And shout out to all my lifers out there, all my angels of life who have come into this channel. Really, all blessed people that I've known. Zero spot maker and taker fees, lowest fees, highest profits. I mean, when you make profits, it is the highest profits because you pay no fees, and it's zero spot future. And so you know what we're gonna do here? We're gonna head on into the spot, and you know in these red days, what the crypto lifer loves to do? Likes to go to his favorites. Bitcoin 3 out. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. And I like to buy Bitcoin. And today I buy a little more than usual. You know what I mean? I'm going to buy about $1,500 worth of BTC. Should buy even more. You know, now that spot price is going up and up, and I'm keep thinking about that ETF, I'm going to use these days to stack my BTC, baby. When everyone else is bugging and acting fruity, I'm going to be getting the looty. I'm going to be getting that loot. You know what I mean? I'm going to be stacking them chips, doing what I do every single day here. 1,500, buy Bitcoin. There you go. I just wanted to make sure as best I could get it. And did my order fill, order history. Bang, filled. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let's take a look. And then the Phantom 3S. I put it out right here. Stop loss would be below the high, the low that starts the pattern, right? We got in the bottom. That thing just went down. Could have stopped some people out. I agree. It wasn't a perfect, it got very close, but then continued to the upside, Could even have been redrawn similar to this and then maybe positioned later on inside of the flag, right? But Phantom 3S, and I teach my students, we have a whole entire collection of these 3S tokens that can be traded on MEXC and KuCoin. Whatever your fancy is. I like MEXC the best because it has the most liquidity and the lowest fees. So you do whatever makes you happy. Pinned in the section there. And what I just did, look, I just bought Bitcoin, $1,500. Had I bought $1,500 worth of Bitcoin at Coinbase, they would have charged me like $28,560 maybe. Literally, they would have. They would have added like $100 to $120 to the spot price. Then they would have charged me another like $20 to $30 in fees. No lie. I would have ended up spending $150 more, almost 10% more on the I would have got 10% less Bitcoin than on MEXC right now. Otherwise, I could buy US Tether on Coinbase, send it to MEXC, and buy it here. Send it right back to Coinbase if you don't, you know what I mean? And you could custody on Coinbase if you want in your Coinbase vault, but don't pay those fees. Do not pay those fees, all right? Save yourself the drama and don't pay the fees. Perfect timing to build a Bitcoin long on the 3-day chart. 25x on 2K is going to, starting in $100 from now, is the goal, starting in $100 from now. I like it. So he's going to start laddering in to a 25x $2,000 trade slowly right now as it starts, just laddering in. That's something that I could consider. You know what I mean? Can you look at NAKA again? Did NAKA get beat by the, more than likely NAKA got taken down by Bitcoin. Now we need a divergence. We got a bullish divergence now here on the 1 hour time frame. We got the swing up on the RSI and the swing down. This could be our reversal moment for Bitcoin. All right. We are at the bottom of a channel. You're likely to head back to the top of the channel. It's just how it works. If you just play it like kind of, you're likely to head back up here to the top of the channel, right? So if this divergence can hold us, which is, it's pretty strong right now on the 1 hour time frame, if we can hold this level and get a bit of a bounce, so if we can get back above 28,719, then make some type of flag and bounce, there's an opportunity for a swing trade from 28.7 all the way up to about 29,250, all right? And that would be another resistance point on a swing trade, all right? Can you deep dive Michael Berry short? I'm very curious on why he would risk $1.6 billion. Love the trading group. Love you, Sam. Crypto Lifer 65x long on Bitcoin with limit orders until liquidation. 26.5. Wow. With limit orders until liquidation at 26,500. No limit orders then? Are you going? I mean, good morning, Sammy. How you doing today, sir? Shout out to Tony Rosas. God bless you, man, for asking how I'm doing. You're the man, dude. And shout out to CK. I mean, I looked at Michael Berry short. Again, he was wrong for a long time before he was right. He could just be super preemptive about the short. You know, I'm going on Bitcoin cycle one day at a time. And I'm honest with you. Like, we might have to open up a giant short for Bitcoin. And we might ride with Berry. You know what I mean? I'm open-minded. If we break this 200 SMA on the daily time frame here, right? Looks like we may come for it. A lot of times price action does want to come. We may wick right to this 200 and come right back up. It's a known thing. We did it right there. We could do it again here. So we're getting close. Moving averages are getting tight again. We do have the bearish div there that, in my mind, played out, and you've hit resist. You know, your resistance became support, but only time will tell. Obviously, this is very healthy too to come and retest this level of 28,300 area, 400 area where we wicked into right here. It just makes a lot of sense. Previous resistance, support. Use that as support, solidify it, come up, come down, and then boom out of this to the upside. So it's not all bearish. I just want to be clear. Even though I've been calling, you know, the down move for the last 2-3 days, but it's what the smaller time frame showed us. Smaller time frames will teach you what's going down. Like now we see a bullish divergence on Bitcoin, right? Chance we could basically slow this pain here and start to get a move back to the upside. You'd like the 15-minute to be getting oversold. You also have a divergence here on this indicator telling you that we should get the bounce. Once divergence occurs, you have to get back above the resistance. So here, bear flag hit. Half of the measured move. So far, it might actually continue. We don't know. But so far, you're good to go, right? So our resistance here for Bitcoin is going to be at 28,700, 28,696, 28,007. This divergence must break back above that level to the upside, all right, for us to remain bullish. And it is a divergence. That's a lower low. That's a higher low on the RSI. MACD should be showing signs of lack of momentum on the bear side, which it is. That was like nil, and you're getting a very small hill here, and you're down on the stochastics. So you expect to move up here, but you got to get a move higher to break. You got to break the high inside the divergence. This is the key here. You get through that, then you look for the next divergence or low, and that would be the low to long, back to the upside. All right, that's how I play these situations. We've been looking at them. A lot has happened. A lot of volatility for a Thursday, right? Unexpected Thursday move, but again, Thursday morning does still have some juice. It usually gets, the only thing is I see this kind of lingering into the weekend now, and we may have found kind of the low. Isn't the short just for SPY and QQQ? I'm doing a long scalp till around 23.5 sold with 20x and a cheeky 60%. Okay. SEI about to explode. Save up dry powder after being beat down by inflation and economy having to put family and food first. Going to be joining the group again. Once a lifer, always a lifer. Shout out to Matt Sprenger. We love you, brother. Amen. Once a lifer, always a lifer, man. Thank you so much. I love that. And you can come in and out. I understand, man. I have no... I just love that you were a lifer once in your life. I'm just lucky that anyone took a shot on my knowledge. And anyone that jumped in 1 month, 1 day, heck, one week, more than likely you hung out longer than that because the knowledge would really pull you in. Because if you're like me, you love knowledge. And if you love knowledge, you're going to get sucked in. And if you get sucked in, you're going to want to keep eating up what we feed you there in the trading group. So God bless you all. May you have a wonderful day today. It's a little dreary here, a little gray, but we're pushing forward. We're thinking and growing rich every day. Everyone has to read this book in my trading group. It's a prerequisite to read this book, Think and Grow Rich. It'll change the way you think, and you may grow rich. I read this book, and I began to think, and next thing you know, I was growing rich. So I don't know how it happened, but the book definitely had something to do with my transformation. Think and Grow Rich. Been in a 15x short on Arbitrum from 113. Can't decide what my take profit should be. Your input is greatly appreciated. Shout out to Sniper Paul. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taking is financial advice, my man. We did look at it yesterday. We'll take a look at it again. I've learned a ton from this group. Shout out to Jesse Namaso. We love you, brother. I see you eating it up. I see you learning from Master Friend. I see you going for the knowledge. I like when you find there's more knowledge and you want more. Smart man. That's the definition of an intelligent individual, intuitively intelligent person that learns how to find more information from the information that was given. Like my information right now is, hey, join the trading group. Then you join the trading group. There's even more info in there, and you can continue down that rabbit hole. I really Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, when I was in high school, changed my life. Was the first success book I ever read. Amen. Awesome, thanks. Got to get the book ASAP. Please, Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich. And I should probably just give away a copy of it every single month. I think I'm going to do something like that. And Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas, which is free on YouTube. You got to listen to Trading in the Zone. If you want to become a full-time trader, you have to listen to Trading in the Zone. It'll change the way you realize if you're beating yourself up about bad trades, you realize you're insane for doing it. Because, and the way he explains it, I'll give you a little segue to Trading in the Zone right now. He talks about a little kid that gets bit by a dog, right? It goes over its, say a kid goes over its uncle's house and the dog gives him a little bite. Not bad, well, maybe a little snap, right? So then he goes over his grandma's house who has a sweet little dog that's never bitten anybody. Now that kid won't go near that dog because he's convinced that the dog will bite him just like the other dog. However, that's an insane concept. And I'm not calling the little kid insane. He doesn't know. He's smart. He's saying, well, I got hurt before from this entity. I've never encountered this entity before. I'm probably going to get hurt again from a similar type of, being. So he's not going to get himself involved, right? However, the two dogs are completely different of each other. They have nothing in common. They were born in different places. They were raised in different households, and they actually are completely different breeds and completely different temperaments. So one dog's behavior has nothing to do with another dog's behavior. And so you take that concept and you bring it into trading. You lost 5 trades in a row. That does not mean the next trade you make is going to lose. Now, you may think that, but that's your thoughts. You believe that the next trade's going to lose because you're in that mindset where you believe all your trades go to the downside. You see what I mean? So you gotta break out of the thought process, and because you're going to lose as a trader. I don't care. We do teach the mitigation and what Master Friend says, but I don't care what's going to happen. At one point, you will, and even if you mitigate to the point where you're barely getting out, it's still like you're going to go through constant ups and downs. And you, like Master Friend teaches, you're going to have to learn how to stare at a red candle and go through that motion. All right? If you can't go through that motion, and that's why the demo count is so important, but you got to be learning what it's like to watch the market. You got to put time into the market. The demo account allows you to put time in the market without losing money. You're going to benefit from watching. Like right now, if I learn what a divergence is, whether I have a demo account open or not, and I see this break back up, I learn the structure of divergence, don't I? Of course I do. So with that being said, demo accounts are key, and that's why we really stress them here, and that's why we really like them, and that's why I believe they're super important. All right, MEXC has a beautiful demo account, gives you $50,000 to trade with, and you begin your career, right? AltTrady also has a beautiful paper trading account. So even I lose trades. It happens, Master Friend. Everybody loses a trade. If you're a full-time trader, you lose trades, okay? Hey, Sam, how are you? I wish everything is good with moms. Lots of health, I wish. God bless you. Thank you so much, man. I love you. Marathon, not a sprint. Word to Nipsey. I'm putting in my 10,000 hours in this market. Shout out to Stack McChange in the house. So look, when we see that liquidation right here, when I see this should be represented by BOOKMAP by a liquidation and a liquidation. We should see a red square and a red square here. That's how it should be looked at. So then I look, and this is the divergence right there. And what I want to see is, are there less or more divergences in the zone, right? So this was a stronger divergence. Tells me there could be more shorts to the downside. This is a liquidation indicator showing me who got liquidated on BOOKMAP. All right. This group is unstoppable. Superpowers unlocked. Shout out to MRW James, man. I love you, brother. Crypto Lifer riding XDB for the scalp of the day with the Lifer vision, learning, and skills all day from the 99, baby. My man. Yo, Digibyte has been, is that Digital Bits or Digibyte? It has been looking interesting. Bitcoin bloodbath. Yeah, bloodbath. Yeah, it was, man. 27,865 possible, yeah. And you can see here, too, I mean, BOOKMAP suggesting that we go down to 28,100. All right. And even lower, maybe down to the $27,800 level. I mean, there's no liquidity up here trying to buy. All the liquidity is to the downside into the 27,007 level. BOOKMAP's usually pretty dang good. Suggests that we do go lower. So BOOKMAP is a heat map order book. Just like if you were looking inside of an infrared goggle and watching people on the order book. If you thought a lot of people would be dark red, the more red, the more orders. If it's yellow, the best you can get. Anything closer to red and orange, and then it fans out to blue and then turns into zip. So if we have some red right there, like right there, that's a big order that definitely wants to be filled. All right. So 28,110. And it'll move with you as you move, see? But look, 28,130, 110 right there. Till where can it go the lowest this year? One day I'm going to be as great as you at Trading Lifer. God bless you, brother. You're as good as your last day, man. You know what I mean? I could lose it all in a second if I stop the discipline. If I get into FOMO. If I start thinking I need to make it all in one day. You know what I mean? I just keep chipping away, man. $5,000 here, $10,000 here, 15. You know what I mean? I just keep chipping away. That Casper move was a big move for me. I planned that for, that was in and out for basically 2 to 3 months of battling. And I made money all along the way with that thing. I'm back, Sammy. Been looking for me to come back and spread the love. Shout out to Crypto Lifer fanboy in the game. I love that. Shout out to my fanboy in the house. God bless you, brother. Shout out to Robbie93. Yes, you lose trades. Got liquidated on Tuesday. Messed up since start gazing last night and watching meteor showers. Really cleared my head. Yep. Amen. It's funny you watch the meteor showers like I did with my mom. I'll remember that for the rest of my life. Which coin did you make most money on? Casper I made a lot of money on. Pepe I made a good amount of money on. Between both of them, around upwards of 20 grand together. Veracity doesn't follow BTC, So does ARPA too. Bitcoin gonna test 28.1. You're a blessing to us, Lifer. God bless you, man. Who said that? Tyler Nair. God bless you, Tyler. Abdullah Hamif. Where you're seeing Bitcoin at the end of 2023. I don't really get into that, honestly. You know what I mean? I see it somewhere between, let's say, 24 and 32,000, though. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to have some amazing, I see a move back to the upside. I believe it's high. Remember this. Write this down. Take a picture of this. I believe it is likely that we do make it back to the top of this pattern. Again, if we lose here and we barely retest, we're out. We're dropping down to 27.5. But if we can stay inside this pattern, if we go up and down and we make some type of shoulder, head, right shoulder now, we do some type of reversal pattern here. And because this divergence is pretty strong on the 1 hour time frame, in the 15 and the 1 hour, it does suggest we will get a move back to the upside. All right. BOOKMAP suggests, so we might get this wick down, liquidate as many people, come back in the pattern, and then rip back up to this green boxed area. So I believe it is pretty likely that we do end up back at the top of this pattern because we've been range bound, and that's just what we've been doing. So, price action does what it's been doing until it doesn't. So the best thing to do is to assume what it's been doing. So look, it was at a bottom, it came to a top. It was at a bottom, came to a top. Breached a little bit fine. Came back to a bottom, came back to a top, came back to a bottom. To me, it's likely to come back to the top. That's just how I play it, all right? That's how I play it. Another way to look at this is to draw a Fibonacci, all right? And I believe the fib should be drawn from this impulse here. Some want to draw from there. I guess it depends how you want to play it. We'll draw a fib right now from this angle. If you don't know Fibonacci, you got to start learning Fibonacci. You got to really and I have videos for everything in my trading group. I have an amazing content directory, and you can go through support and resistance, trend analysis, patterns, support and resistance in-depthly too, like in a whole full-blown hour-long segment. A 45-minute or a 1 hour-long Fibonacci boot camp explains all the different ways in which I use Fibonacci. You're waiting for this to probably come and test 27,400 into the 618. If it hits the 786, you're talking 26,000. If it goes from this little impulse to the 786, you're talking 786 at 27,005, which actually sets up pretty nice. And even when I come from this level, see how nicely the fibs start to match up with support and resistance levels? They can kind of tell you a story. Like that fib matches the exact top. It's just kind of weird, right? Well, I mean, it should. I pulled it there, but the way how they all kind of line up, like that hits that area, this hits this area, this fib lines up with this pocket, this fib lines up pretty close with this line here. Even this fib has a bit of a line right there if I line it up. See? Resistance, 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 and then the bounce. So this does start to tell me to watch the area of 27.5 for a massive load up back to the upside. It could be a wick out of this back. We could come up, come back down and wick out, or we could make the wick here. All right. So just write down those levels and pay attention. Again, I'm still macro bullish, and I'm going to say it until I don't. You're going to see that I stick to my guns. As long as we stay above the 200 SMA on the daily time frame, the 3-day, and the weekly, I'm not going to get too crazed about this dump right now. For anything, you saw me, I just buy more Bitcoin at these levels. Perfect time to buy more BTC. And with that being said, let's take a look at our fear and greed index and take a look at what's happening on the fear and greed. It's at a 50. It was at a 50 just a couple days ago at even. Came up to the 53, back down to the 50. A neutral place. You know what I mean? Considering we've had somewhat of a bullish year, as Bitcoin's been, is up today, it's up pretty nicely. So, I mean, I would love down here. That means 17, 22, 24. If we could get really bullish, it would make sense before the ETF gets approved that they would rock us. You know what I mean? And be able to get the price as cheap as possible. Try to square away as much retail that's not going to be around. The beautiful thing is, I just had an epiphany. I was like, I'm going to be around for sure. Like, I've already made it perfectly clear to myself and to my portfolio that I'm not going anywhere, right? And I got staying power. So, and everyone looks at you like, oh yeah, you swing trade big bags. It's easy for you now. But I didn't always have big bags. I started just like each and every one of you without a penny, no, you know what I mean? I was in debt. I was in credit card debt. You know what I mean? Like most people, or I wasn't always in debt. I went in and out of debt. Like I wanted a camera, I didn't have enough money. Or I had like $6,000 in my account, but I didn't want to spend it all. So I bought a camera for $7,000, had to pay it off, right? So these long liquidations are looking all right. What you do want to see, though, is you want to see less liquidations with lower prices. You want to see a bit of a divergence in the cumulative volume delta, too, as well. So, but you're still getting more shorts than longs. 48,000 liquidated and 195,000. Actually, you see, there's your long, 195. There's your second drop, 48,000. That tells you should get a bounce. Why? Because you got a lower price, or a little lower of a liquidation. That ball is lower than that ball, see? And you had less liquidations. Tells you that you could be getting a bit of a bounce here to the upside, right? But now I've given you some mixed signals. I've talked about 28.1, but I also believe that there may be a chance we bounce off the bottom of this channel. I don't know what's going to happen to Bitcoin. I just look at the probabilities every day. The main thing that I want to see is in the next 5 to 6 hours, low or less at least, can we get above 28,700? We got to break through this resistance. If we just come up and we go, or we just, no, that turns into a bear flag. Because we could still be looking at what's called a symmetrical triangle here. Could end up going up and down and then just dump further to the downside. Like, we're not in the safe yet. The first thing we have to do is break above this level to even begin to think that we'll start going bullishly to the upside, all right? But so far, you can see that the dumping has slowed down, right? Like, you could like, the divergence slows the dumpage. It's like stuffing a bunch of gauze into a cut. It's like we're starting to kind of calm it down now. All right. Shout out to the 600 beautiful souls on the live. 224 likes. Let's get the likes into the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's go, baby. Let's do this. $13.37 in chat revenue. You people are absolutely amazing. We'll take a look at those super chats in a second. Yeah, and honestly, we lost weekly support and resistance. 29.3, 30,003. Those areas are at a tough spot. Will the giant inverted head and shoulder pattern on the DXY fill out? Measured move to 107. We'll take a look at that. Small bag gang. We will make it. I remember when I had tiny bags, man, and I didn't have any money to rub together, and I barely could get 10 grand, 4 grand, 5 grand, a couple grand. You know, my first trading account, I threw like $1,600 into it, $2,000. And I did have a savings. My dad always told me you have to save money. I remember when I was 11, I was saving my money from my little company, you know. However, I got into times where, like, you know, my wife didn't work, and because I wanted to take care of my kids, but I had a kid and a wife, and I was the sole breadwinner of, you know, but I still was always able to save money. I've always been able to save money. Sometimes I did keep credit debt lingering. Like, I would have 10 grand in my bank account, and I'd have 5 grand of credit debt, and I wouldn't pay off the credit debt. I would pay the minimal, knowing that one day I'd make a big hit and just pay it all off. Not the smartest idea. I mean, it depends. But I can remember the last day I paid off my credit debt, and it was with KuCoin shares. I got into KuCoin shares at a bean, was able to sell it for like $17. I 17x my money, you know, and yeah, I was ecstatic. Like, and I had like 6 grand in some business card debt that I had. I bought some things on the business, and I needed to pay off, and I said, you know what? And bam. So, yeah, KuCoin shares, man, changed my life. Yeah, I put it about 300. If I remember correctly, I put about $336 into KuCoin shares. $336, and it would turn into about 59. It might have been 340 something, and I would acquire some shares. But yeah, it would eventually be about 6 grand. You know, $300 from 2 or 3 years prior that I just thrown into an account. A bull run later would turn in to 6 grand. You know what I mean? And that's just one of my many awesome stories. Crypto has done so much for me. So much has happened in my life for cryptocurrency. But that was a 17x real quick, you know, KuCoin shares. And I paid off the last of the debt that I was ever in. And thank you, dear Lord, man. May God bless you that I may never be in debt again. Like, I'm so far from debt, it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? I'd have to do some real mistakes. But again, don't knock on wood. I don't want to jinx myself. But God bless this world, man, and God bless everybody in it. May you have a wonderful day today. I love each and every one of you. I'm not going anywhere, but I just want to let you know I love y'all. And I appreciate each and every one of you here on the live. Thank you for being here with me, and thank you for kicking it every single day. Let's take a look at ArborChap. Another 100 subs, 45, 200. Subscribing, climbing. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't clicked the subscriber button, please click it and help the lifer and the lifer community. We are growing every single day. If you get unsubscribed, sometimes it happens. Please double check and subscribe to the channel. All right. So I see a bullish divergence in the 1 hour for Bitcoin. My prediction is, we got to get above this resistance at 28,700. If we can break that, high probability we end up in my green box. If we struggle with even this level right here, and we kind of double down and go up and down, we make a symmetrical, and that could break us further to the downside. We do see liquidity further down at 28.1. Suggest that we may wick lower and liquidate some more longs here, And I'm talking about this pattern here on the 15 minutes. So my long-term scenario I've broken down for you guys. You know, as long as we stay above the 200 SMA, I'm in a good spot. And the short-term idea is that we're watching the 15 and the 1 hour, and we got to get above these two levels to remain bullish. All right? Very aggressive long. If you long right now, it's extremely aggressive. But it may end up paying out. It could be a pretty nice long to the upside here. So, but again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. You're going to have a resistance when you come up to this level too as well here at about 28,900. All right. Can you check BookMap? I never got the alert for your stream today. Wondering if you are being Don't worry, man. It's all good. You know I'm here every day at 10 a.m. You don't need the alert. The alert is just your own alarm system. Just know that I'm always here. I don't take days off, so at 10 a.m. weekday, I'm going to be here. I'm waiting on a double top of the DXY. Amen. Can you check BOOKMAP? Yeah, we've been looking at BOOKMAP regularly throughout the live stream. And I see I got a little more into the tick size here for you guys recently. And BOOKMAP is showing signs of less liquid. See, what you really want to look for BOOKMAP is, and how Bruce taught me, one of the guys who works at BOOKMAP, is you want to look for less liquidations on a lower low. So like we got a low here at 195,000 liquidations, but we got a lower low here with 48,000. And it can kind of begin to tell you that there's a chance we get our move back to the upside. They still have liquidity built all the way down to 27.8, right? So there's still, 27,780. You see that? 27,750. So there's more liquidity to the downside than to the upside. And we didn't really go all the way into it yet, suggesting that we do go lower. BOOKMAP says we go lower, period. It says there's more numbers down here to eat. Look at this like a bear. These are fish in the sea. The bear wants to eat as much fish as it can. It's likely going to head lower. Shout out to the 600 beautiful souls in the live. Thank you for jumping on in. If you can hit those likes up to the watchers, there's about 320 people that are afraid of the like button. Don't worry, if you hit the like button, you won't hurt your finger. You might slip and sprain your pointer finger. It can happen. We have tiny bags of ice for you and splints in the back. Just give us a call. We'll put them on for you. You'll be ready to go. Do not have fear of spraining your finger on your way down on that like button. You'll be okay. Trust me. Look, I'm doing it right now. Doesn't hurt. Like everything's. It's a seamless. Look. It's not. Look. No, I'm serious. Like I know you don't. No. You don't believe me, but it's just this. It's such a seamless move. It's such a seamless move. Like, you know what I mean? And if you do slip, you might, no, because you could come by this, let's see this little wheel here. You might go by the wheel, tumble over, and there could be a sprain. I get it. Like, there's a little worry there. Hitting that like button is kind of a, it's an adventure. You might get hurt on the way out, but just, you know what I mean? You're going to make it through, okay? Like, look, it's not that, it's going to be okay. We have splints and ice packs for you, so if you do the worst case scenario, okay, it's going to be all right. Going to make it through this together. All right? Yo. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. Did you wash your belly button this morning? You didn't, did you? Yep, you forgot, right? Now your belly button stinks, doesn't it? You messed up, all right? You better go in the bathroom right now and wash your belly button, all right? I'll wait till the end of the stream. But at the end of the stream, you better go wash your belly button because I know you forgot. And don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. I know what's going on in your life, all right? I've got eyes inside your bathroom. That doesn't sound right. Oh, man. Sam, Key BOOKMAP doesn't create anything. It only shows order data. Thus, your point is factually impossible. At Sam Key. Spoof liquidity. No, but they do spoof liquidity, though, JD. They put orders on, and then they take the orders off. So it shows real orders, but they actually spoof the liquidity. Now, he's right. They spoof. They spoofed us a week ago. They put a bunch of orders down here, and we never went down. We went up. This is about 80% accurate, but it's not always. It's not 100. It's not 100% accurate. You know what I mean? They can spoof liquidity for sure. That's the problem. You know what I mean? Call me out in front of my girl. You're funny, man. Please bathe thoroughly before you come to the street. Yo, you're a funny dude, Stack. I swear, man. Like, I think you make me laugh at least a couple times a week, man. You got a chuckle and a good sense of humor, man. You're a funny dude, bro. But that's not BOOKMAP. It's just showing what's on the order books. Yeah. Jamie's point is that BOOKMAP doesn't create orders. It shows the orders. Yeah. I was just calling in 7-Eleven and everyone just turned around staring. I was just standing there like, what the hell, belly buttons? I was just standing at 7-Eleven and everyone started staring at me. The guy said BOOKMAP. Yeah, no worries. I'm going to leave it alone. Anyway, this divergence says we get a bounce. that we get a bounce. And I just tell you the levels that we have to get above for the bounce to be true. That's all. But that's a beautiful divergence. And we did get a lower liquidation here than we got there. 195 to 48,000. You see how I'm taking the amount of liquidations onto the order book? Like, that's like really the key to BOOKMAP in a way. I think that's what it was really derived for, to be able to juxtapose the amount of liquidations per the lower price action. And together, that really creates a marriage made in heaven, you know. You have an XFUSION wallet. I got you something dope. Oh, thanks, man. You're the man, dude. I appreciate that. I do have an XFUSION. Now here from Belgium. From now on, I already following you and hope to learn a lot. Joining the trading group afterwards. Shout out to Reggie, Machel, man. We love you, man. We got people from all around the world. Shout out everybody where you're from. Where's everybody from here on this live stream? Let's get an amazing roll call. 615 beautiful souls. The likes are at 333 right now. The energy is at its apogee, actually and factually, increasing daily, rapidly. We pushing for the energy. We getting hit the enemy. No one's stopping us. We pushing it all the day. Let's go, baby. Let's go. We got Portugal. We got Hungary. We got Montreal. We got Belgium. We got Norway. We got Germany. We got Dubai. We got the Philippines. We got Bristol. We got Tulsa. We got the Netherlands. We got Israel. We got Texas. We got Sinaloa. We got the Sinaloa, Qatar. Wow, yikes. We got India. We got Kansas, Indonesia. We got South California, Holland. We got Miami, baby. We got Tulsa again, Mongolia, North Kalika, El Paso, Poconos, Kansas City, Latvia, Spring Hill, Memphis, Charleston, Long Island, Netherlands, Serbia, New Mexico, Philippines, Hungary, the great state of NAD, Slovenia, Reno, Bristol, Istaska, Chicago, Holland, India, Toronto, Sam Rabbit, Albania, India, Arkansas. Sam is always in a suit, no days off. He makes me feel like I don't know what he's saying. Crypto Bulgaria. Wait, what did he say? I got to see what he said. Oh, too much. He makes me, hopefully we can get 2 or 3 offers and get into a bidding war. Say some prayer for my scheduled open house next Saturday. I hope you get it, man. God bless you. I will say a prayer for your open house. Albania, India, Toronto, Holland, Singapore, Fantashish, Van Island, man, Varken Island, Harkin, Germany, upstate New York, Brooklyn, New York, North Korea, North Cal, Pakistan, Corpus Christi, Denver, Rio de Janeiro, Slovenia, Tijuana, Canada, Toronto. Wow, we're worldwide, international, Amsterdam, Dutchland, baby, Mississippi. This man is a comedian over here. God bless you, brother. You got to keep the people laughing. Lake Charles, wow, man, Tokyo, Holland, Saturn. Wow, so many people from all around the world. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. NYC, Crypto Lifer Island. My man. And you know what? Now that we got the chat popping, I'm gonna open up a random page here on the book. Whoever can guess the page of the book that I just opened. All right? And if you're not in the trading group, we'll hook you up and put you in the trading group. So write down a number right now. The book has pages all the way up to 579. No, 379. 379. And honestly, I may not see it. It's just whatever I see. Whoever writes the number that I see. I'll give you somewhat of a hint where my finger is in the book. So you can kind of like, you know what I mean? I hope I didn't give away the number there. 217, 333. Wow. 207, 227. Wow. 177, 227. Wow, some of you are pretty smart. Wow. Dumping. Yeah, we should be dumping. 28,299. Wow. 28,359. We just got we just pumped up $50 in 2 seconds. I'm looking for the number. I'm going to show you the number so you know I'm not playing games. Some of you getting really close around here. I still haven't seen it though. Someone keeps putting 227, but like it's not the number. It's like he keeps thinking if it's the number, it's going to change. 227 again. I keep seeing 227. And if you write it and I miss it, I'll apologize. If I see it, I see it. I just want to make that clear because someone might write it and be like, I wrote that. I think I just saw it. I think I saw the number. I really think I saw the number. This is so tough. There it is. There it is. I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. Stop. I saw the number. It's over. It's over. I saw it. I saw the number. I did see it. Right there. Crypto Cockatoo. 207. Page 207, man. God bless you. You won. What are the odds, man? Welcome to the party, baby. Email cryptolivers@gmail. Take a screenshot of this. Say I won today on the live stream, and I would like to be in the group for 1 month. And if you're in all the group already, pick a family friend or someone we know that we can hook up. All right. Or you get to pick someone out of the chat that you like. All right. And that's how we'll do it. So if you're already in the group, you get to pick someone who isn't in the group, and we'll also do something cool for you. You know what I mean? So still email us as well. All right. But congratulations, man. Welcome aboard, brother. You've been picked by the universe, man. It was meant to be for you. Thank you for everyone who participated in that. Got the chat rate out of control. I love all y'all for doing that. That was amazing. All right. So, and then we look at the smaller time frames to just double check on what's happening here with the divergence. Okay. And we're seeing some, look, a rejection by the 200 SMA. This should be the liquidation low, but look, we just got another liquidation there, even in the last couple of minutes. Look at that. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP for that. Yeah, we just got a $70,000 liquidation, which was bigger than the 40,000 on the low there, 48K. So that, this liquidity, but then we bounced really fast off of that zone and then liquidated the longs up at the top really fast. Like, look at that. That's why you don't trade 100x leverage in heavy volatility if you don't know what divergence is. All right. Now they're liquidating the other way. Look at that. Just right off the bat. Boom. All right. This is a good sign. Now, this is what we should get off the divergence. You have a divergence here, too, on the 1 minute as that swings down and this swings up pretty sharp. And if you look at the divergence, you've had some, but it is one of the stronger ones we've seen. Now, the 1 minute has to start breaking through these. We can channel slowly, but we eventually have to break through this. These two levels have to be broken through. 3 levels, really. Thank you for gifting 5 memberships. Who is that? Crypto Plumber doing it again, man. I don't know. You hook it up all the time, man. May God bless you, brother, for always being there. It's the nicest thing you could ever do, man. Thank you so much for the love, brother. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. What a good man. God bless you, brother. I'm grateful, just trying to do my part, man. Thank you so much, man. I'm grateful for you, brother. You just made me grateful for you. All right, let's have some fun with the altcoins. It doesn't mean that just because Bitcoin dumb, we can't find some gains out here, even if we have to short, long, whatever's happening. Let's take a look. My man said SEI is pumping. That's why we're all here together. And if Bitcoin continues to dump, just flag out this phantom short here. The short will continue. The dot short will continue. Any major coin in the top 50 will just be a quick scalp short if the trade continues to dump. SEI been the talk of the town here. All right. Right? And you said it was about to bounce. Let's take a look. It was on KuCoin. Now, it had just come out, and then it took this crazy dump. And it was SEI you're talking about, right? The group is awesome. Join and start getting those W's. My man, I love you. Bitcoin looking like it did on June 15th. Georgia, boy, doing. My man. Stupid SEA is killing the entire market. I ought to buy it. It'll go down and we can get back to normal. You're funny. SEI tanked, right, in this falling wedge and then broke out. And wants to pump up to the 200 SMA possibly. He doesn't even have it yet, so it's still small. We got resistances here too. We're right at a resistance. 15-minute getting a little extended. How's your 1 hour look? 1 hour has legs, could continue. Also looks like a head and shoulder to me, though. Shoulder, head, and a right shoulder. Doesn't have a lot of data, right? So I'd keep it on like the 30-minute, which is overbought. You got to maintain, you got to stay above this, in my humble opinion. You got to stay above 18 to remain bullish. It's attempting to double bottom in a way. Could try to say it's attempting to bottom out. Or you know what? It's kind of a slanted Adam and Eve. You know, and if it Adam and Eves and flays out, that would be a nice pump to the upside. This is a good gap here that I'd be willing to play from about 19.75 up to 21.50, right? So if I could wait for this to breach and retest, could be a nice little move to the upside there. I've been watching all these chumps on YouTube, and here I am back with the lifer. It seems like a lot of these moon boys are getting hit hard right now. Only the strong gonna survive, man. Man, if you're not able to long and short the market either way, I just sold a bunch of Caspa, and I'm sitting on like thousands of, I'm sitting on a pile of tether right now. You know what I mean? I'm ready for the next opportunity. My DCA, DMT, Pepe, OG, AGX, long-term, baggy. And so, wow, you're doing the future trading and you're DCA. Yo, you're really listening, man. God bless you. PS5 Future of Gaming, you're really learning. You're getting the education, man. God bless you. My man says it could be a bear trap. Very well could be. We're going to watch this. It's really the battle for the 200 SMA on the 1 minute. If we can get back above it. Look, all the times you get a nasty dump. Let me show you. You got a nasty dump here. You had to wait for the 1 minute to reclaim that 200 SMA. And then, from there, you don't like stick to that. I mean, it's not like all day long. You just wait for that one confirmation. Then you can zoom out to other time frames and start to see if you can break through resistance, support and resistance, right? But we all know right here that this has to break back. And you could say, fine, it's a broadening falling wedge. That's what you want to say. And they are bullish. It could break to the upside, the length of the base here to the base of the base. From the top here to the base. And this suggests we go further up to about 28,800. Shout out to Bison9 in the house. God bless you, man. You are a lifer for life, man. The consistency will just eat everyone alive over time. You know what I mean? I'm just going to set my sights on being the most consistent. 10 years from now, we're going to see who's up, what's up, right? 10 years of consistency, 100,000 hours. We're just going to battle the competition until there's nothing left, man. Everything in life is a competition no matter what, man. It just is what it is. Trading, someone's trying to take your money. They're attempting to take your monkeys, man. So my man had a beautiful short from 113. He's like, I don't know when to take profits. I mean, you got to pay yourself. You do whatever makes you happy. I like to take partials. But look at that dump easy on Arbitrum. And remember, they said they were going to unlock a bunch of Arbitrum, right? See that? A bunch of bearish news came out. And then they said every month they're going to keep unlocking more Arbitrum. And it made you realize this thing's probably going to go down pretty hard. You know what I mean? Well, it did retrace to a Fibonacci level. But let's take a look. I didn't call a short or really a long on it. I was looking for a possible retracement back to the upside on the Fib level. But that thing got pounded. Let's take a look. When that news came out that they were unlocking Arbitrum, it was horrible for it. And they said, and every month we're going to unlock even more. It's like, oh, wow. This is a dump coin, you know? You have to remember, people get into these projects so early, VCs, and they get it at pennies to the dollar. And selling it right now, they're probably up 500x or something crazy. It's funny you brought, I woke up this morning, the first coin on my mind was that Bricks coin. Fortnite brick, right? Up 63% today and pounding to the upside. We talked about this, and it's funny, it's on the Arbitrum Nova. But we talked about this coin. And Kraken has it, which is interesting. Kraken getting it. I'm opening up a Kraken account, actually. I'm in the midst of it right now. I mean, that was pretty cool. You can see it was a 786 Fibonacci retracement, right? And look, my Alt F, and look, it came down. How did I know that? Because that's what happens. 786 Fib, blasted back to the upside. May actually be a good play. If you believe in this project, I mean, that was the perfect time. But, That means that is its bottom here, and this could continue to the upside. I may throw some cheese in this. I may throw $500 to $600 in this and see what happens. You know what I mean? If I can figure out how to buy, I got to figure out how to buy this for each and every one of you guys. So I can get USDC on RSC swap. I want to go to RCP swap. Usually it sends you to the swap if you click on the swap. RCP swap. Not a lot of volume on this thing, huh? Spot trading volume 63,000. Yikes. This is on Fusion, and there's bricks. But you can just pay, you can buy it with ETH on the MetaMask wallet. I just want to show you guys, because you guys are saying it's pumping, and instead of just leaving you high and dry, I'd like to show you, well, how would we actually acquire this coin if we wanted to? You know what I mean? Yeah, I got to connect to Arbitrum Nova, and then I believe last time I did that, I had to, like, sign into something. Oh, there we go. Now, I don't have Ethereum. I'd have to bridge my Ethereum over to Arbitrum. That's what I would have to do first, right? Anytime I see a swap, I think fees. You can buy on MEXC. Bricks is on MEXC. It's funny because they don't do that. They don't tell you that on CoinMarketCap, right? On CoinMarketCap, I don't see any. I don't see it on MEX Global. All right, cool. I mean, it has the name Fortnite with it. It just tells me it's probably going to do pretty good. You know what I mean? And it's pounded to the ground. It got sold off initially. Tries to come on back. It's still super high risk. I just want to make that clear. It go to zero instantly. This is speculation at its highest, you know. Whenever you see me put $300 to $500 in something, it means I'm willing to lose it all. Like, I think it's like a paper napkin. When I start putting in like 2, 3, 4, 5 grand, it means I believe it's going to be around a little longer than that. You know what I mean? But I usually start with 500, feel it out, and see where that goes. Sometimes it goes nowhere, and then I walk away. I don't touch it. But if it continues, you know, there's a falling wedge there that could break to the upside, right? A little bit of bullish divergence occurred right there as you had a swing low to swing low, but a swing high to swing high. You can see it very slightly. And you can see your support and resistance levels that are key to break above. Mainly right here, 22 cents. And then you can start to break out. Very little price action on it at all. But this is a brand new coin. We found out about last week. So we're always searching and learning about a new coin every single day here on the channel. Like at least, you know, almost every day. Not every single day, but about every day. Right? Shout out to Mind Your Biz in the house, man. God bless you, brother. Smash like nerds, man. Shout out my man Mind Your Biz, bro. I've been watching you on Twitter, man. You've been all over the place, brother. On my feed, I see you every day, numerous times, constantly. You know what I mean? Tone is banging too, right? T-Food right now is getting some gains on KuCoin. Wow, Tone getting that love. Crazy. The 1 hour suggests it could continue to the upside pretty nicely too, like it's just getting started. Suggest it may actually go higher. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. What's going on, Richard? How's everything? Yo, I'm just live right now on my YouTube channel. But you're the only. You want to talk to Richard for a second? Can I put my wife on? Is that right? Yep. I love you, Richard, though. I don't want to be rude. I can call you. I'll be done in probably 20 minutes. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, cool. My wife is like spearheading it too, so she'll. But I'll put it on the phone right now. All right. That was my accountant calling over the real estate deal. Still not finalized 100%. So, I mean, we closed, but we got to actually now close the deal. So, that's what's going down. Handling business over here. Yeah, sorry about that. But when my accountant calls, I answer the phone, man. You know what I mean? I don't care what I'm doing. It's funny. So possible double top for Tone, but the 1 hour does want to continue to the upside, right? And the 15-minute now is a little, needs to come on down. I would wait for that to reset, but there's a chance because the 1 hour has so much gas that this thing may continue today, all right? We could hear you. You're funny. How could you guys hear me? Damn. Sammy is best. Speaking of Arbitrum, what are your thoughts about it now with all of the unlocking? I mean, I believe it's going to be I believe it's an easy 10x from whenever it finds its bottom, 20x, something like that. It'll be around. You know what I mean? But I hold a very small amount of it, and I'm not in love with it, right? What do you think of NAKA? Time to buy in. Let's take a look at NAKA. I mean, NAKA's been hot, right? But honestly, be careful. September and October, man, have been interesting months. September specifically and August, when I'm in crypto personally. So look, NAKA is my trade of the week. And funny, it didn't really lose market structure despite whatever happened to Bitcoin. So this actually, Bitcoin really just created a possible buy-in for NAKA today. NAKA is my trade of the week. I'm watching this and it's still ready to go. It still looks really, really nice. Like I got luck. So if you're building the position or you're building the idea, I haven't bought in yet, but actually right there could be a perfect place to start to buy into NAKA here for a beautiful 64% gain. And I'd like to ladder into my position. I'm thinking a $3,000 position. I could make about $1,600. Maybe a $5,000 position. I could make about $2,500. So NAKA, to me, starting to kind of get ready. And it was my trade. It was my most likely trade. And honestly, it's the strongest one now. With Bitcoin dumping, this thing could have lost its channel and fell all the way out. It did not. So NAKA still looks pretty good to me, man. Thank you so much for bringing NAKA up. I appreciate you. And let's take a look at the fan funding real quick as we can. Can you deep dive Michael Berry short? That would take me some time, and I'd have to really sit with my team and do that. This group is unstoppable. Superpowers unlocked. Shout out to MRW James, my man. And Crypto Plumber for hooking us up. I love all of you for throwing down today. God bless CK. God bless Sniper Paul. God bless MRW James. And God bless Crypto Plumber. Thank you so much for hooking up the channel. And good karma is coming your way for doing that. I'm telling you right now, that's blessing on blessing on blessing. Send in a super chat for TA and deep dive. You want me to go over a technical analysis? Because I still got more stuff to go over. NAKA with the trading group. Still looking good. I'll put a reminder into the group. All right? But NAKA still good. I'm not going to push you into a bunch of stuff. To me, it was shorting Bitcoin or taking advantage of some 3S tokens for the last couple days. That's really what was the most likely scenario. But NAKA was the only thing I really wanted to long that looked good to me. And I don't own any yet. I just want to make it clear. The team has never paid me to bring it up. I don't do any of that stuff. I just show you what the technical analysis looks like. That's tight moving averages. A low with a higher low. It's at a node sticking out there, which can help it out. It's getting oversold on the stochastics, and the pattern is absolutely beautiful. You could even consider this a shoulder, a bit of a head, and a right shoulder that could break further to the upside. I like NAKA for a possible gain all the way to 75.70 for NAKA. So NAKA's still on the radar. And remember, yes, trades may take 5 to 6 days, but remember Akash Network. It took 2 weeks sometimes, but it went up 150%. And I was saying to someone the other day, like, so grab out your calculator and think about it. Like, okay, I made 150%, actually made 159, and I did it in 14 days. Well, you made 10% a day, 10.7% a day. So for everyone that I have to make $100 a day, I have to make all this money a day, I have to make this much a day to supplement my income. I'm a swing trader, so I make big money every 4 to 5 days, or maybe I make a big money sometimes once a month, or maybe I make big money twice a month. You know what I mean? It's whatever fits your trading style personally for you, okay? And your lifestyle. What do you do for a living? Do you have other sides? Do you have other forms of income? Do you coach Little League? You know what I mean? Are you there for your kids? What else do you do? And it's just important, Happy birthday, GF Burke in the house, brother. And so many birthday wishes for my man, GF Burke, brother. And we all stumble and fall. It's about getting back up every single time. That's the key, right? We stumble and fall. Can we get back up? That's the question, all right? Everyone has a plan till they get punched in the face, punched in the mouth, right? Mike Tyson. I love it. I love it. So look, now the 1 minute inside of a bit of a cup and handy. Can this play out? Can this estranged cup and handle play to the upside? I like watching these. These are fun. And I've seen a cup and handle just like this on the 1 hour play out, even with a wick just like that before. It's interesting. I'll take wick to wick here. And so this could be a nice little scalp. So right now, look, I'm setting up what's called a scalp on the 1 minute. And this would be a leverage trade, all right? One could trade with 5x, 10x leverage. Like so. Like if I make the trade, I'll make 6%. If I lose, I'll lose 2.3. And there it's a 2.89 risk-reward ratio, right? So I could trade this 10x leverage, all right, on MEXC Global, nice and simply, all right? You go over here to futures. And again, I didn't trade futures till I traded for like years and years and years spot. Till I really got my risk management down. I really felt comfortable with going in and out of trades. And look, you hit your long, take profit. I'd go to the 1 minute time frame. And I was thinking that Rio might get some pumpage because they're giving away some money for Rio trading, you know. But we go to the 1 minute here. They're doing like a $10,000 bonus for people who trade Rio. So that was like the cup and handle we're looking at, right? And I build the position here, just like I built it on TradingView. I'm OCD. Some people, you could probably trade on TradingView through APIs. I don't do everything like as anal as every other trader, but I have my systems in place. And then I set up the trade like the same way that I was going to set it up on TradingView with a long position. I need to see the risk. It's super important. Now, the divergence is what's keeping me kind of juiced about this possible trade. Well, now see, it's a little... So, and look, so the stop loss here would be 28,345. So you'd go here long and you hit 28,345, right? I just want to say, I don't know if I'm going to take this trade. I'm just setting it up. My num lock was off, so it was, you know... And then I want to get out at 28,663. All right, so there we go, right? So I'm either going to lose 19 or gain 50%. But this has 3 to 7 to 1. Hold on. Hold on 1 second here. It's weird, that says 4 to 1, but I'm not getting a 4 to 1 here, and I'm wondering why. That usually doesn't happen. Yeah, but it is. It's 3, 4, 5. I mean, that's like a 2 to 1 risk reward ratio, 19% for 50. Not my favorite. I like to get better than that, personally. It's weird how that ratio usually works out perfectly by the number. That's always going to befuddle me now. Because that should be, I mean, yeah, that's not 4 to 1. That should be 80%. Oh, you know why? I probably didn't push. Yeah, I know why. There we go. 12 to 58. That's right. That's right. So I lose, and then you can pull this and see, well, if I put in how much, I'll either lose 35 and I'll gain 166. I mean, that's a pretty good, I'd like to take a shot at that. If I win, if I lose, I'll lose. If I don't, I don't. I mean, I could take a shot on that. You know what I mean? It's highly likely that I lose the trade. But I could take a shot. Right? Make sure my stop loss is below this support. I could even go a little lower if I wanted. And risk a little more. What, the 306. But now I'm risking 50 for 170, and I'd be like, I don't want to risk 50. I only want to risk, I only want to risk 29, but I could gain 90, right? So it just kind of, it's that idea, right? And again, I may not enter the trade at all. I'm still watching it. I'm considering, but at least I'm getting my risk ready. You get it? And I'm like, okay. Now, that was a key level, support. You'd like to see this hold real quick. You'd like to see this level hold, even drop down to that level right there too. Like right there. You'd like to see that hold. Resistance, bounce, right? The divergence is key. And it is a cup and handle, slightly on the smaller time frame. And this is how I kind of find my groove now. And I mean, you could possibly take that trade, okay? The entry would be lower now, and you got to be chintzy on the 1 hour, on the 1 minute. Like, you're always adjusting. Really, you can't be stuck in the moment. You got to be adjusting. You always got to be adjusting, all right? You have to use proper risk management. Please don't play yourself. Please, I'm begging you. I cannot. My biggest pet peeve, someone joins the trading group a week later, I lost $25,000 trying to double up on, like, come on, man. I look at them like, if you can't double $100, you have no business putting more money in the market. You know what I mean? If you can't double $100, you have no business putting money in the market. All right? And again, if I lose the trade, I lose the trade. It is what it is, right? I'll either lose 29 or I'll make $91. So let's take the trade. Let's see what happens. All right? And I only have to use $154. I don't have to use a lot to make $90. You get it? So trades on. We'll see what happens. All right? Trades on. We'll see what goes on. I'll keep you guys updated. It's at 63x leverage, okay, with a very small amount of money. And see, I'm using the same risk as if I used a spot account. Nothing has changed, even though I'm trading leverage. I want to make that really clear. All right? When there's blood on the streets, baby. Yeah, so you can see, yeah, spot with paper trade at that. How is your LPT short looking? Man, that LPT short was amazing. Continued to pump. My man was in an LPT short in the trading group. That's my look. I've been trying to grow $50 for a year. Starting to get the hang of things. Hey, man. I recommend trading 1x leverage to get comfortable with playing both sides. Amen. Savvy, nothing has changed. You're funny. The knowledge of the 99 is priceless. Discipline in trading, learning tokenomics, RSI, fibs, and the lifers got you always. My man, I love you. Called out 31K as a life-changing opportunity to short. Been enjoying the ride so far while everyone else is losing money buying it all the way down. That's funny, man. When you check S&P and the DXY, yes. 1x leverage for legends. You're funny. Let's take a look at the S&P. We are getting a bounce so far to the upside here on the channel. Let's take a look at the S&P. And that's my trade of the week, man. Still strong. Still strong. That thing's looking beautiful. All right, so let's take a look at the S&P futures. We broke them down the other day as this, I called the bottom back in October with the bullish divergence on the weekly. We saw a cup and handle that did break out. We found this ascending triangle that broke out. Then we hit a resistance at the previous high, and that's where we slowed down the train, all right, at about 4625. And then we decided to watch, right, the daily time frame, and we could see that the daily was starting to become oversold. Now, there's two scenarios here. One, we actually do have a pretty nice area of support right here because we had a resistance right there, and we've kind of bounced one time before we fell through, and we've gone up and we've bounced a little bit from there again, and we're kind of hanging in the area. So I would caution myself to watch the daily in some type of consolidation here. Now, it would be nice if it makes like a symmetrical or some type of more lateral pattern, but it could be a more downward sloping falling wedge. We don't know, and that's the key. I don't have to know. All I have to know is wait for the proper structure to occur. Now, the 21 and the 200 are far apart. We are going to have to consolidate. Before our next big pump, these moving averages have to get close together again and tight. So, but it's not bad, and it's kind of got a bit of a cup and handle, does it not? There's a cup, there's a handle. It looks a bit like the 1 minute that we're trading right now that actually just took a dump on me. to the downside. Looks like we may struggle with this trade. So anyway, so it comes up, comes down, comes down. So what I'm looking for is a bounce anywhere in these regions. If we lose this level, we're going to come down to test 42.82. All right, and then we could go even. But to me, that's a nice breakout of the broadening wedge and then a retest of these areas. The chance the S&P continues to the upside, and because they printed money, logically, the money's going to have to go somewhere, and it's going to go into the stock market. You know what I mean? So, and everyone, we teach a leverage trading class every single Sunday. Leverage Mastery Class 150 for top-ranked leverage skills. Stop losing your trades. You might not win them all, but you don't have to lose. Get the skills you need to keep your money. Master friend, man, I love you, brother. And let's roll that beautiful bean footage. I gotta log that. But I love this thing. I just like the way it looks. I think it's done so well. The Leverage Mastery. But jump on in today to Leverage Mastery. Sundays, 12 p.m. Eastern with Grandmaster Friend. Become a Leverage Master. Stop losing your trades. 99 members gain access to the Leverage Master Discord section. Follow-up mentoring sessions and exclusive Leverage Alpha. Only $150. And yes, you pay for the class, but then you have access to a Discord section in my group where you can talk leverage. We even have Forex in there. We're expanding. We're not going to stop with just crypto. We're going to kind of cover everything. The NQ, Forex, you name it. And my man is like really opening the door to that. So shout out to all the new lifers that have taken advantage of the course. It's every Sunday from 12 p.m. Eastern to 2 o'clock. Jump on it today. It's $150. Hit the QR code right now or the link in the description to be a part of the phenomenon. I'm just telling you, everyone in the group's bugging out about it. It's been pretty cool. New and old traders have had a lot of fun and have been really interested in it. So I have an older man who loves to just DCA, been buying Bitcoin on the lows. He's up on all his Bitcoin buys. Now he wants to learn how to swing a little bit. He wants to get into trading. He taken the course, you know. People are just expanding their knowledge in my trading group. I'm around a lot of people that love knowledge. I keep a lot of knowledgeable people around me. I desire knowledge, and I go for it every day. And I keep people around me. That's the type of people that are drawn to me. So if you want to hang out with me, you're just going to be learning. You know what I mean? My whole life is learning. I dedicated my life to teaching. That's how much I love learning. And I'm learning right now with you. I'm learning how to teach. I'm learning how to be with the public. I'm learning how to be on YouTube. Every day is a learning experience for me. This entire live stream is a learning experience. This life that we're all in is a learning experience. You know what I mean? Sorry, I'm a little late with the lemon in the water. Real late, actually. But let's put the lemon into the water. Wow. All right. And with that being said, let's dull down the music for a split second. And let me just break down the news for you real quick. All right. My name is Ticka. Hi, my name is Samuel James Price, and every single day I go over the news, and I tell you about news and finance, mainly as finance pertains to cryptocurrency and Web3. I'm excited to jump in today. Let's see what they're talking about. Just launched SEI blockchain new token plunges 24% after airdrop. Complaints flooded X, formerly Twitter, about the scantiness of the new SEI token allocations to early adopters, as many recipients apparently moved to dump their holdings on the market. That's a disappointment relative to some traders who had the bet that the SEC value might approach $500 million. The SEI Foundation, which coordinated the airdrop, posted on X early Thursday that it had tripled the number of eligible wallets for the cross-bridge airdrop to 1.5 million from 500,000 on blockchains including Ethereum, Polygon, Arbitrum, and Solana. The expansion was due to fervent demand. One user reported on X that you should focus on increasing the allocation to your own users, including those who helped you test for months on the testnet, and that the project should later think of other chains. So people were a little upset that the people that were loyal got dumped on because the people that were on the other chains didn't care as much about the coin as the people that were on the chain to begin with. So it kind of was but it got more people to know about them. So all they cared about was their marketing. They didn't really care about their base. You could look at it that way, right? Am I the only one thinking that? I don't know. Tether discontinues USDT support on Bitcoin Kusama and Bitcoin Cash. Tether is discontinuing USDT support for Kusama, Bitcoin Cash, SLP, and Omni Bitcoin implementations. The company said it remains committed to the the Bitcoin ecosystem with a focus on RGB protocol for future growth. The stablecoin issuer Tether is discontinuing support for USD on, yeah, okay. So less Tether on those chains. It wasn't used on those chains a lot anyway. I've never used them on those chains. So to me, I'll never notice, I'll never care, and I don't think it's even that big of a deal. But, you know, just some Tether news out there that's going on. I like Lido DAO. Lido is partnering with NIL Foundation to build a ZK Oracle. They're one of the leading in liquid staking. So you want to see that they're continuing to implement new tech. That means they're probably going to continue to stay the leader in liquid staking. So Liquid Finance and the NIL Foundation are collaborating to develop a ZK Oracle with a Lido developer grant. The project aims to create a trust minimized Oracle system to validate asset accounting and Lido's liquid stake protocol. Pretty interesting. And Grayscale is hiring for its ETF team as Bitcoin decision looms. They're already hiring. Does that mean they know that they're going to get a decision? Is something brewing? ETF, man, ETF. That's why I'm weary, and that's why I keep buying more Bitcoin when people aren't paying attention. I believe it's only a matter of time. I was watching, I believe, was it Thomas Lee make one of his predictions the other day, and he was talking, hey, man, Bitcoin could close at 150,000, right? So, and Shibarium sloppily launched. He's 1.8 million stuck in pending state. This is horrible. Everyone was waiting for Shib to launch Shibarium. It was supposed to be the bee's knees, the coolest thing ever. Yes. But no. Transactions on the newly launched Shibarium are reportedly stuck in a pending state, accounting for more than 1,000 ETH, 1.8 million in locked funds. Blockchain security team BOSIN stated that the funds are locked and has advised users to temporarily stop using Shibarium. Oh my God. After launching yesterday, they reportedly run into serious issues leading to at least 1.8 million in funds being stuck. Oh, come on. You guys got to run through these chains. You got to get your test nuts. You got to get it done. How can you go on your first day and crash and burn like that? That's not good for the price of SHIB. That's not good for Shibarium. And they were waiting for this for like months and months and months and months. That's like having a wedding and falling right into the cake before you even start the wedding. That's insane. Anyway, that's not good for crypto as a whole. Like, every one of us should put our best foot forward and make crypto look the best. But with that being said, I'm sorry to end on that note, but that is the news. I go live every single day, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m., and these cool little updates on the weekend mornings. I can't wait to see you at my next live stream or one of my next deep dive uncover videos. I'll see you there. One Take Sammy at it again. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in, and I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Trash Barium, my man. Bitcoin never fails to disappoint and miss an open goal. You're funny. We still have some liquidity down at 27.8. Let's see what happened. Do we go lower? Look at that nasty dump to the downside. Look at that thing. I mean, it did get rejected by the top of the channel and then took a dump. Look at that. Oh my God, we got a nasty dump. And look, I mean, we did go to the liquidity further down, right? I was just kind of toying with you, dude. It's like a stupid trade. But look, BOOKMAP was right again. Like, it never fails. Like, don't trade against BOOKMAP. It told you we were going to 28.1, and we went to 28.1. Like, it had the liquidity waiting there the whole time. That just showed you how amazing BOOKMAP is. You know what I mean? Don't lose $30. Don't trade against BOOKMAP. Eventually, we will get. There was a decent set of divergence there. You know what I mean? Where we broke through. And you just how hard. That's what it is too. Trading divergences. You might take shots. You might lose. You take another shot. You know. The divergence now still exists. Now it tells you that's the time to long now, because that's got to be the liquidation. I mean, that was a massive, like, right there. See that? BOOKMAP still suggests 27,800 is the main order to fill now. Now this guy wants his order to get filled. Look at that. Continuing to the downside. Little bit of a wick to the upside there on BOOKMAP. Look at that. So we got that liquidation right into the... But still more liquidations on either end too. Bitcoin time is over. Alt season. I don't know about alt season. You know what I mean? Let's take a look at the DXY. Now we really want this daily to dump to the downside. This is my prediction that we're overbought. We've hit the 200 SMA and got rejected by it so far right there. We don't want to flip it, though. We actually have flipped it. We just flipped the 200 SMA on the daily. Not a good sign. That means we could go higher. And see how this is like a shoulder? Could be a head. That could be a tiny right shoulder. And that would have a big breakout. Because that would be your neckline. The dollar could pump. Wow. Things that I didn't expect to happen are happening. The dollar getting above the 200 SMA. We're in the rising wedge, the bearish div, all that, still defying it all. Says, I don't care. 3-day chart getting overbought, but still has gas. Wow, the 4-hour showing signs that it could bounce like a retest here. So the dollar is showing strength as Bitcoin struggles. And you would expect it. They're not directly correlated every single time, but like 90% of the time they are. So you'd be looking for this flag to continue. Wow, even the 1 hour looks bullish for the dollar. So the dollar bullish today. 1 hour and the 4 hour pushing to the upside suggests that the dollar, the Bitcoin likely will go lower to 27,008. Right? Yeah, we're about to break 28K. And it's funny because that would be the length of this that we started with this morning. Boom. I mean, it says you're going to 27,000, 28K even, 27,990, You did. You wicked it. I mean, you hit that exact target. And that was the flag that we drew this morning. So crazy. Don't mind me trying to do stupid longs in the 1 minute. But again, like, boom, look at that. So you played this bear flag here. You played that bear flag there. It's all about the bear flag. Oh, and now this is major dumpage. I mean, this is some heavy liquidations today. And we defied the divergence that we caught there. And we're back on the 1 minute now, doing the same thing again, looking for when the pain is over. That defied the divergence completely. You'd say, well, what's the point of divergence that defies it? Well, eventually one will catch. And if you do it over time, you get better at catching the right ones. That's all. Everyone thinks it's going to be easy. Like, oh, divergence. No, this stuff is going to be hard over time until you figure it out. And now we have resistance here. See, now you just keep lowering the bar. So remember, we started the whole day with, okay, we have a divergence, but the divergence has to break back above that level. And we didn't. These two levels were the main levels, remember? So like, okay, we got divergence. I was like, but Bitcoin has to break above these two levels to be bullish. Didn't even come close. It actually decided to use this as a new level of resistance. 28,400. And now you have another resistance here at 28,320, right? You can't get back above 28,300, you're done, right? Can you tell us anything about SEI? Well, let's break it down. I don't know much about it. So let's talk about it. Send in a super chat for a TA and deep dive, man. And we can all deep dive together. First limit order, 2799 filled. Okay. You're building the long back up to the upside. All of the BS last month just for Americans to once again crash the price back to where it started. Closing short from 31K. Time to go long. Wow. Really? Right. Now you're longing. Interesting. We are oversold on the bigger time frames. Americans should be burned from crypto. Their fat burger hands are too weak.
Who said that?
This guy hates Americans. He says we're crashing Bitcoin every day. So SEI faces tough start as the token value airdrop falls short, right? SEI is the first sector-specific layer 1 blockchain specialized for trading to give exchanges an unfair advantage. Decentralized exchanges are the killer app of crypto. They're everywhere, spanning much further than just AMMs and order books. DEXs are just prevalent across NFTs and gaming as well. One of the primary use cases of NFT is trading them on the NFT marketplace. Another example of an exchange. Most games in crypto have built-in exchanges for uses to trade their in-game NFTs and tokens. DEXs command the largest network effect. Major ecosystems get built around them. Ironically, decentralized exchanges are also the most underserved application in crypto. They demand a unique level of requirement and reliability, scalability, and speed that no other apps need. If a large exchange goes down for a few moments, it's catastrophic. But the same downtime is far more tolerable for most other application types. Historically, DEXs have succeeded in spite of the drawbacks of the existing Layer 1 blockchains. Is the first sector-specific Layer 1 blockchain specialized for trading to give exchanges an unfair advantage? No time to go long until we reclaim the retest of the recent support of resistance at 28.6. Don't FOMO in until more confidence. Mason Clark. I'm agreed with that. Burgers were invented in Germany, not America, though. You're funny. SEI, fastest Layer 1 blockchain designed to scale with the industry, enabling mass adoption of digital assets. You don't enable mass adoption by messing up your freaking airdrop, right? So on Bitcoin, Ethereum, it's showing you the difference between Bitcoin and SEI has it all, right? A new blockchain design space. So we did look at this before. I mean, it looks cool. If they say they're going to do what they're going to do, it looks kind of wrapped, though. DXY looks strong on the 1 hour. Like, we're going to get a breakout all the way to 104.25. So that kind of stinks, too, because that defies this whole pattern that I have formed, you know? We could also bring this lower and say, hey, man, we've broken out. Like, we broke out. But I wanted to channel it. And we're defying a strong bearish divvy, too, which is pretty weird. But we shall see. Maybe we end up crashing up here and coming on down. SEI has the best marketing team of any Layer 1. Oh, that makes sense. So everyone knows about him. He's mostly right about the fat part, though. You're funny. Happy B-Day, Burke friend. God bless you, brother. People wishing you a happy birthday in the session, baby. Shout out to the 547 livers of the live, 415 people. God bless each and every one of you for jumping on in and being here with me. I appreciate it. Wow, continuing to get meleeed. And now that's an M pattern. I mean, this is a... Look, that's going lower. That 1 hour is about to dump. Look at that M. 27,654 on the way. 27,654 on the way. It looks likely. Right? Yikes. Look out below. You know? Look out below. Up 38, trying to bounce back on the divergence. But you're overbought on the stochastic. You have to get back above 28,144 to remain bullish. Can you believe how fast these levels have changed? And here we are. Right? I've been short since 29.5, so shout out to anyone that took the short ideas that I kept talking about for days now. I was short at 29,250. I said you can't get back above that, remain bearish. I said no reason to remain bullish if you can't get back above those levels. Key support and resistance areas. That's all you need to focus on. Now, if you break this level, you're coming down to 27,651. It is what it is. I can't believe there's not more people here with the bloodbath. Usually when Bitcoin dumping, we have way more people on the live, you know? Because they're like, what the heck is going on over here? Right? And they want to know instead of just like talk about the news. Just glad I moved. Bitcoin 4 hours showing oversold. Just tagged an overchart. I did. In the 200 SMA at 27,270 for Bitcoin. Could it kiss the 200? Bear Village, Bear City, Bear Town. Funny. I was the 420 like, man. The new moon's still doing work on us. My man. It started with that, right? And let's take a look at the total market cap now. How bad are we getting hit off? We'll take a look here at the levels. Ouch. See? I mean, there's a chance we could extend that and say, fine, trend line just different. I'm okay with that. You know, we'd say, okay, we're still in the trend. But we dumped hard, man. And like you could say, fine, we lost this level that we were keeping pretty nicely. We had that nice pump to the upside, like money had come into the market, only to shred us right back out. They got people excited. They wanted to induce some longs for whatever reason. They didn't have enough liquidity down here to bite, so they had to make the market look like it was going to go up so they could eat. But so here's the, I mean, if we come down, we're going to come right down to about 1.05. And then we go to 987 and lose the $1 trillion market cap level. We're very oversold. We're getting pretty oversold in the daily time frame, but there's still a possible dumpage. This kind of has a descending vibe too. Look at that. That has the descending triangle vibe. So I'd watch your altcoins because now Bitcoin's dumb. It says altcoins may just continue to follow. It's also got kind of a shoulder ahead and a right shoulder there. And you're breaking below the 200 SMA. That's not a good sign for total market cap. You do not want to be closing below the daily 200 SMA. You did it here, but you whip back up. If you do that, you have to get back above it in the next couple days. If you do not, it creates a pretty bad downtrend. We may actually have to find another bottom or even double bottom. You know what I mean? You have to be prepared for the worst in this industry every single time. I learned that the hard way every time. Daily is on the trend line of the rising wedge. Bitcoin 200 SMA on the weekly is at 27.4. Wow, we're about to lose the weekly 200, and we lost the 3-day. On total. Look at that. But we're about to lose the weekly 200 SMA on the total market cap. It's not a good sign, everyone. I don't, well, it's a good sign for us. We could short the market and make money. So let's stay positive. We'll be able to make money no matter what. So it's not the worst sign in the world. It's volatility. We'll get some movement finally in Bitcoin. However, look at this. I mean, shoulder, head, right shoulder. I've said this numerous times that, you know, this could be a possibility. Now, I've been more bullish as long as we stay above the 200 SMA, but that's bearish. That could take you all the way back. So I want you to be prepared for the possible worst scenario. I don't want you to I don't want to always be the bull guy saying it's all good, because it's not. I just want to be really clear with each and every one of you. We take it one step at a time, one day at a time. All right? I'm going to just go to a new chart here for Bitcoin, something I really need to see. I'll go to the MEXC global chart, look at it on the weekly. Wow, I mean, we're getting pretty close to the 200 SMA on the weekly and the 3-day and the daily. And you lost it on the 8-hour, the 6-hour, the 12-hour is pretty substantial. You're losing it now, and you're losing it now on the 22. I know my moving averages, and I know when I lose moving averages, it's not a good sign. It's usually a good time to short the market. What I also was looking at the other day, which was really weird, was I was looking at the short for Bitcoin. And I posted this to my trading group, by the way. You can see it here. And look at that. I mean, and I said the shorts are trying to tell us something. And look at that. Pump up to the... Every time these get tight, I don't care what the asset is, we pump up to the 200 SMA. This also looked like the cup and handle Bitcoin was in when it pumped. There was also a gap in the VRVP here on the 3S. So this is the 3S, right? I posted this to the trading group. I wanted you guys to be privy to this information and see what I was trying to show you. Okay. I believe this 1 minute is about to dump on us pretty hard. Further down to 27. It looks likely like we could get a further dump. They're attempting the divergence again. Right here now. Another attempt for divergence. We'll see liquidations on BOOKMAP. All right. And here they are again. You see? 1, 2. Those are the liquidations. Right there. That's what's happening. And the levels were hit again. Remember, we started the live stream. And when we started the live stream, I love this because we can always go back in time. But when we started the live stream, we could see exactly what was going down. And remember, the strong will survive, and remember, evil will never win. No matter how much they think they are going to win, evil will never win, man. Trust me. Trust me. Just believe me when I say it. Evil will never win, man. But what I'm trying to do right now is just show you my live stream from earlier. Right? Oh. Something happened. Yeah. Messing up. Anyway, point is, we were looking at BOOKMAP, and here we are right here. Right? And we were saying we're going lower, man. BOOKMAP said we were going lower. What happened today? We went lower. We went lower, did we not? Are we going lower now like I just said we would? Yes. Further down. Looks like we're going all the way to 27,657. Can you please look at Arbitrum, please? Not sure why to take profit for a short. I would just take do whatever makes you happy, man. Why don't you just take the money and call it a day? You know what I mean? Pay yourself and move on, dude. You know? Bitcoin to 15K. When in doubt, pull a fib up to the 382 or the 786 retrace. Shout out to Baby Lifer. Thanks, man. I hear in the background, right? I think we're going to sweep all liquidity to 27.4. Yeah, my 27.444 is my next big level to watch right here. All right. That kid is mad, I know, right? So look at this. I mean, the short pumps to the upside. And I'm just these 3S tokens will tell you when to short the market. So many times they've told me when to short the market. Now, whether you listen or not is the question. You know what I mean? Your emotions can get the best of you. You can just say, I mean, tight moving averages, we pump up to the 200 SMA. I teach this all the time, over and over again. You know what I mean? So we've been short for days here, for 2-3 days straight, because we couldn't get above 29.5. What's going on, baby? What was going on with mommy and you, huh? Can I give you some lemon water? What happened? What did she do to your hands? She had to clean her hands? Are you okay? Oh my God. Oh. Are you okay now? I love you. You want some water, baby? Feel better, right? Yeah. Thank you, sweetheart. Oh, that's a big sip for you. Have a kiss now? Oh. That's my girl, man. That's my best friend. But so I posted this to the trading group, suggesting that we could get a pump up to the 200 SMA. And again, I still learn and backtest these things all the time, right? And so right here, I said on 8:15, today's 8:17, at 10 o'clock, I said the Bitcoin short wants that pump up to the 200 SMA on the 22-hour. Not a great sign for the bulls, right? And what happened? Bang. Beautiful gain of 14%, right? I'll teach you how to make money the opposite way no matter what happens in Bitcoin, man. All right? And you will be a happy camper. All right? Here we go further to the downside here. Trying to catch this now. The divergence is very, very strong. It's attempting to make a very strong case for a reversal here. Wow, more liquidations though, right to that area, 20. And look, they hit the 20. They got exactly what they wanted. So, I don't know what to tell you, but if you didn't have BOOKMAP, look at that. People just lost 150,000. People longed. All these people were longing and they got liquidated. They got absolutely liquidated. You know what I mean? Bang, man. Disgusting. Wow. What a mess. I'm long here for a polite position. You're funny. Wrecked. BOOKMAP salute. I mean, BOOKMAP said exactly where the liquidity was. That was it. You know what I mean? And we went and ate the liquidity. There was no liquidity anywhere else. Again, BOOKMAP does an amazing job. Shout out to the team over at BOOKMAP, man. And shout out to letting me do the webinars every week. And this would have been a crazy webinar, right? I mean, this technically my live stream is a BOOKMAP webinar every single day, in my humble opinion. Yeah. All right, let's look at our big levels now. Let's look at what happened to the overall bigger market now. We need to see this divergence eventually, and now you got resistance here. Now we're back in that same place. We have a resistance that has to break at 27.8, and we have a resistance here now. That's just what happens. You start making other levels, right? I'm still amazed by this. Tight moving averages, you pump up to the 200 SMA. It does it on every asset, even fake derivative assets, even ETFs. It doesn't matter what the asset. It happens every single time. Like, it's going to happen. It's insane. I've learned this little strategy. This strategy prints money over and over and over again. You could just keep finding the same setup over and over again. Take it, take it, take it, take it, take it. It's insane. So insane. 27.840, 27.830, 27.8. Yeah, we're getting beat. But we knew this was going to happen. BOOKMAP told us we were going lower. I tried along a little too early. It is what it is. I lost $30 though. I didn't risk a lot of money, see? I'm coming off a huge win, so like after a huge win, I'm getting ready for my I don't want to give it back. You know? I want to make sure my next win is another big win. Crazy Pepe. I've never heard of that thing before. That's a new MEXC spot. Atari. Funny, Atari, like the game, that actually has some staying power. Look at that pumping. That might pump up to the 200 SMA. FitFi is actually bullish today, getting a huge pump to the upside. That pumped up to the 200 SMA as well. FitFi, interesting. So there's still actually some things going out here. FGPT, which I've never heard of. Fox GPT, Blast Frontiers. That crossed the 200 SMA, and look what happened. Boom, it was gone. And front-running the Golden Cross, right? You'll just start seeing like what happens when anything pumps, and then you'll look for those same behaviors beforehand. Like this. Looks like it wants to pump up to the 200 SMA, a rare find. You see that? On the 4-hour time frame. I wouldn't be surprised if this made that move up. That's when it starts to happen. It doesn't happen every time, but it's pretty likely over time, right? Bitcoin 1, Harry Potter, Obama Inu. Like, what the... These guys are ridiculous. That's insane, right? And all the 3S tokens just doing damage. Like, all you have to know is how to trade a 3S token. And I teach this all the time, and I post the 3S charts to everyone. I say, listen, take advantage of the market the opposite way. So look at these 3S tokens here today. Matic 3S up 14% and pumping hard. Ethereum 3S up nicely. And look, I also put this up to the trading group. It's on the 22 hours. Same thing. I said, man, both of these look like they're going to pump up. Or maybe it was the daily. Let me see. But yeah, they wanted to pump up to the 200 SMA. The Ethereum short. And that's up a nice 16%, right? Aave short, Bitcoin short, Doge short, Gala short, you name it. Every one of these coins up for gains. Near short, continuing to pump. BNB short, like when Bitcoin dumps, it takes the whole market with you. You switch to an altcoin and short it. Sand, we knew was going to short for days. Sand was actually the short of the week because the short started when the week began. Remember? Like the short started right here. We made the flag right there and said, probably a good time to short because they're going to unlock. And then it continued to the downside. That was easy money right there. Inverted cup and handle to the downside. Sand went from 39 cents all the way back down to 34, 35 cents. You know, a nice 12%. Now they're digging for diamonds here at 27,800. They want to break. They want to go to 27.4. Possibly, you're correct. But now, look, now you're like, well, where do we go now? Well, we lost the liquidity now. Like, it's harder to see. They'll keep building, though, and you do see more orders. Eventually, you will get a reversal because there's going to be too many people that shorted, and there's going to be stop losses to go after and get there. But, I mean, to me, we're about to hit my target that I drew on that flag when I started. Look at that. There's a divergence here, but they're not holding up. They're not like strong enough. And even though we get the divergence, we can't get back above resistance. So now you have a resistance at 27.9 and a resistance at 28.100 too, right? So, and here we are, man. So I've learned it's best to stick to my technical analysis. Big Cat has Bitcoin, Harry Potter, Inu thing. Actually, I've been pumping for a month. Made some money. Weird. Anyone else see a dancing Shiba on the Doge chart? Or was I asleep dreaming that? No, I saw that. I saw a dancing Shiba Inu dog on the Doge chart like the other day. I typed in Doge, and the dog came out of nowhere. Let's see if it happens right now. A little dog came out of here and started dancing around. I guess it happens randomly. This is the KuCoin chart. I don't know how it starts, but I did see it. I did see it. So this is a great place to DCA in any coin that you really like, all right? In my humble opinion. Whenever Bitcoin takes nasty dumps, I grab coins that I like to buy on the low, right? So it also does it when you look at Tesla. Maybe it'll happen again. Show me the little Doge. Oh, look what he... Oh, no. Oh, wow, look at that. That's funny now. Look at that. All right, everyone, I got to be a dad for a little while. Danny Green, man, the old gangster from Ohio. Don't mess with Danny Green, man. He'll put you down.
Well, we could take a video.
Irish gangsters, brother. I know all about Danny Green. I'm in my pinky blinders all day long, baby. Whenever back tested 27.4, the higher time frames. Let's go tap that again, Alan. Okay. Last but not least, let's break down Bitcoin for you and take a look at serious levels. Babe, massive dump. Horrible. I'll be right there, my love. I'm sorry, Summer. I'll be right there, baby.
Time for the fair.
All right. Let's take a look at our key levels for Bitcoin now that we've just been demolished. I mean, to me, we just lost a key level of support. Can't even lose green because I need that. Yeah. We also lost the trend line that was holding nicely. Not good. Only good for the money making on the bears short in that market. So, I mean, you lose this level, you're coming down to 26.6. So levels to watch right now that are key to me. I actually like the daily the most. So like this zone right here, 27,300. We lose that, we come and test this zone here at 26,350. And then you're coming back to 25K. So there's a chance that this goes further down. And now you're looking for bear flags on like maybe even the 15-minute. And this is why I'm back to Bitcoin on the smaller time frames. But there was money to be made on the shorts, just to be clear. And if you missed it, you just got to get better at shorting the market. That's all. No worries. And if you longed and you got wrecked, you got to be better at risk management. If you lost tons of money, you got to learn what a stop loss is. You know what I mean? And I mean, at the end of the day, moving averages are far apart. Price has to come, usually does test that 21 SMA, but I was hoping we could go sideways first and pull the SMA up before that occurred. And when we wanted that reversal, we did not get it. We continued to the downside in the bear flags. And see how the smaller time frames told you what was going to happen. If you're watching our channel, like I wanted a reversal. Like you can see on the bigger time frame, like, oh, we could reverse. But we saw that there was a bullish divergence on the 1 minute right here. And then we saw that if the divergence was key as it started to come up, we had a break above. We saw this little cup and handle. I tried to get that cup, very aggressive, right? But I knew that we had to get above this level and this level here to remain bullish. We didn't even start with the first levels, and we continued lower. All right. Then we made another bear flag, and we drew this for you guys. Sorry, let me put it back where it was. And we drew the length of the pole. And I was like, we're going lower, baby. You know? We're going lower, right? And we went lower, for sure. Damn it, man. And I put an order in at 28,392, and it didn't catch. So corny, man. I would have made a nice amount of money. I set an order for 28,392, like right as this started to drop. 28, somewhere right in here, 28,392. I flipped bearish right when I lost that trade. I flipped bearish, but it didn't catch my order, man. It said incomplete. Look at this bull. Look at this, man. 28,392 on my short. I would have made a boatload. Ah, man. So stupid, man. Whatever. I was live streaming, and you know, so I didn't pay attention to what I was doing. Happy birthday, Burke, man. No wife, B-Day here, but thanks. I mean, it could be painting another bear flag. Yes, it looks like it may. And then I just watch smaller time frames till the pain ends. You get it? Eventually, we're going to have to get some type of reversal pattern. But the divergences just don't really matter right now. That's a really strong divergence here. One of the strongest ones I've ever seen. Like, shout out to the people that just longed again. They got nailed. Was not a good long, you know. And that does suggest that we roll over. Unless you can break above the resistance right there. Like at the beginning stages at 27,886. Do we know what's driving the plunges? Is Tether a ticking time bomb in your opinion? No, not at all. That's ridiculous. They have more reserves than most banks, man. I think they'll become the world bank. Like, yes, Jay may realize that, but the news or the narrative causing the sell-off. This does look like it's going to continue to the downside because the RSI has reset and you haven't made a previous high. You made a lower low. And when you make a lower low and a previous reset on the stochastics, you're likely to continue to drop to the downside. 27,550 is our next target. Pissed my short didn't get picked up, but it's all good. I should have market ordered it and I would have been fine. I'm trying to limit in all the time. Okay. BNB is a ticking time bomb. I still disagree with that too, but whatever. I'm not a financial advisor. You do whatever makes you happy. I completely disagree with that statement though. I think it's actually, you know, they're getting picked up in more countries than ever. You know what I mean? CZ is like a great businessman. I don't know. You do that's what do I know, right? You need this bounce back to the upside here now, though. This was a major dumpage. Did we get a divergence? And we did. We got there. Let's see again. How many people were liquidated? See, there's 335. There's 74,000. You want to attempt to find out when the liquidity is done. Like this is how many more people can you liquidate? Wow, there's more liquidity even down here now at 27.3. You see this? They're building lower. Suggests that we do go lower, and my chart suggests that we do go lower. It suggests that that's a short back to the downside. It is a divergence, but it's pretty whack. You know, and there's just more downside pressure on the market right now, pushing us further down. All right. That looks like you're going to drop. That damn confirm button. You know what I mean? It's doing it to me again. They did it to me again. These bastards. I swear, man. Like, my orders are too close. I had 818 and it's like son of a gun. Eventually you get. Oh my God, 814. Yo, it's like they're playing Russian roulette with my fingers. Yo, give me my freaking short. Yo, that just pissed me off right now. I'm sorry, you see me get pissed. I tried to open up the short 5 times, exactly at the right price, and they wouldn't bag. They bagged me, freaking bagged me. All right. So we're looking for this to go further to the down. That's about to dump again. This is nasty. This is a nasty day, man. Major liquidations. Major liquidations. Horrible. Like, I'm going to need to, like, lay down after this. This is insane. The liquidity's waiting down there, too. They say, hey, we got it. And they lowered that other one at 27.3. I'm going to leave when this finishes on the stochastic. Wow, what a dump today, huh? You never know what you're going to see when you come on to the show, man. Loading up on XRP right now, my man. That's how you know we're really going down, when your order don't fill. I know, right? Because you're going down so fast. Anytime there's a great entry, the exchanges like to play games and not let you enter. I know. All right, everyone. Market right now, bro. I know, right? Anytime that's a great entry, the exchanges, yeah, whatever. Yep. Nah, Cass at 006. I'm good. You're funny. So if Bitcoin can get back above resistance at 27,886, it can have a chance to live. But it's likely continuing to the downside here in this flag. But you never know. None of our students have a liquidation price. Booyah. Pretty nice, man. Like, I don't think anyone got liquidated in my trading group today. I'm going to ask right now. Did anyone get liquidated in my group? DXY falling now. Can we get the bounce? That stochastics is like, ugh. You know what the good thing is I'm seeing here now? Shoulder, head, you know, we're trying to dig out. We're trying to dig out. Slowly attempting to dig on out of here. But I do see the liquidity lower to the downside. All right, everyone, I need to break. My neck hurts, my back hurts, my hand hurts. I could live stream to the end of time. I feel like I could, right? I don't want to leave y'all, though, in this. I don't like leaving y'all in this state. You know what I mean? We got 552 beautiful souls on the live stream coming for that education, coming for, and just kicking it, you know? And I really appreciate the retention on the live. That means you guys know where to be when the market's out of control. When the market's whatever, some of you might kind of go somewhere else. But today, you know where to be. I appreciate that. I could sit here all day and watch the market. I believe this is going to continue to the downside. We're trying to attempt to move back up. You got to get above 27,886 to remain bullish. So shout out to anyone that took the shorts. Shout out to anyone that made gains. I'll be back. I'll do an update in the group in a little while, and I'll keep you guys updated to what's happening. And we'll continue to push through every single day. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. And may God bless you all. Have a wonderful day. And thank you for being on the live. I'll see you tomorrow on another beautiful live stream. Remember, who cares what Bitcoin does? We have a life to live. Don't let Bitcoin ruin how you feel about your life. You only have one. Enjoy your day. God bless.